Hi friends, I am Joel John J from Joel John J YouTube channel, and I am sharing my screen. And on this video we are going to look at the demo entry process in US medical billing. Mostly this demo entry and charge entry will be clubbed as a single process in US medical billing, because this demo entry happens only during the initial first visit of the patient, or when there are some changes on the demographic details. Charge entry will be an ongoing process where every time the patient visits, you will be doing the charge entry for that patient. And press the thumbs up icon below this video, press the subscribe icon, and enable all notification or personalized notification so that you get my videos on priority. And people who are listening to this audio alone on podcast, you can search as Joel John J. That's JOEL space JOHN space J on YouTube search box to see the text as well on the video, so that you'll be able to take notes. Or you can search it as US medical billing videos by Joel John J. Or soon we will get a playlist as demo entry and charge entry and payment posting by Joel John J. in US medical billing by Joel John J. You will be able to see my playlist, so that you can select the demography entry, charge entry, and payment posting entry by Joel medical billing videos by Joel John J. And view all the videos on the playlist, but it will take some time to upload those. Now, getting into the topic of demo entry, this is a non-voice process in US medical billing mostly. It's a complete non-voice process. Some cases for one or two people will be contacting with the front office people as well for queries and others. Mostly that even they do it on email and chat. And mostly this is a day shift process, and both charge entry, demo entry, and payment posting. In very rare cases, some process work on night shifts based on the client requirement. And medical coding is something which is also mostly on day shift, and that too some exceptional cases will be on night shifts. So stay tuned to my channel and watch all the videos. So now getting into the topic, demo entry. So demo entry means demographic entry. This is done in US medical billing. What is demography? The details of a person, his birth, his personal details. And as it's done on medical billing, we also add the health details of the person. Okay. So what is a demo entry in medical billing? Demo entry, that's patient details, which are patient name and insurance card details, his gender, marital status, email address, date of birth, social security number in case of US patients. Mostly US are those who outsource the process, so most of them will have that. Contact number for both work and home contact number, and address of work and home. And the next one will be guarantor account details. The guarantor account details, you need some clarity. What's the guarantor name should be entered for the dependents. So now the question arises, who is the guarantor? The person who pays for the insurance, or the employee of the company for whose family members, that is dependents, the insurance is offered by employer. What are the details of the guarantor we are going to capture is date of birth, work and home, phone number, and address details. So this guarantor is the person who is paid, or for whom the insurance premium amount is paid to the insurance company. So he is the one who holds the insurance, or who owns the insurance, and his family members are covered because they are dependent on him. Or even if they are employed also, they will be covered. Wife will, spouse will be employed, then also they could cover. But still, this is the concept. Whoever the insure premium is pays the premium, or for whom the premium is paid, will be captured as guarantor. So what about the details of the family members covered? The details of the family members covered in case of a family plan will be captured, and a separate medical record number, MRN, will be created for them when they approach for an appointment and do their patient registration process. Now the question arises, what will happen if the uh, guarantor himself comes? In guarantor, if the guarantor comes, his insurance card will have his dependent details as well. But in a medical record number, the what are the details will be captured is the patient details will be captured and his insurance details will be captured. When the insurance details is captured, whether he pays for the insurance or a guarantor pays for the insurance or an employer pays for the insurance, or some cases societies will pay, and that time the family head name will be mentioned as the guarantor. So these are the very rare scenarios. Okay. So whenever a person approaches, whenever he comes for a treatment, the medical record number will be created. So now what is the first step in medical billing process? Patient registration is the first step on any medical billing flowchart. This is the collection of basic demographic information on a patient, including name, date of birth, and the reason for visit. Reason for visit is why you are coming for the hospital or meet the doctor for a treatment. See, in US, if you have a specialist visit without an emergency situation, emergencies are further classified. Those details later we'll see as a separate videos. On certain emergency cases, they won't need this kind of demographic entry because the life is precious than money, right? And in case if it's a planned hospitalization, say that your doctor suggests you to undergo some diagnostic test, and you have to visit him after a week, and or he prescribes some medicine and recommends you to a specialist because a primary care physician or a skilled nursing facility cannot treat this, or in cases a specialist may refer you to a skilled nursing facility because you need to have a ongoing care. Like that, there are so many situations. So when they do this kind of referrals, you have planned, so you can have about 48 hours, right? That's 2 days. So 2 days prior to your admission, you have to go to the before taking the treatment or doing the diagnostics or do whatever the medical necessity, you have to go to the front office of the hospital and register your details if it's a first visit, or if it on cases of second and future visits, you can do it over phone itself, because your medical record number will be already created and you just need an appointment. Okay, for the first appointment you need to submit the medical record. On that case also, in some cases they take it online, you can upload the details, and if they approve based on the scenarios in the hospital, you can upload it on their website, and so on. No, so many things are there, but still you need a medical record number. You can send an email or something, but most how it happens is the patient directly visits and gives his details. So that happens. That's a patient registration process. Okay, now the patient's basic informations are collected. Okay, so now the demo entry happens. After the pre-registration process, personal information and the insurance details, the front and back of the insurance card are scanned. Why I have emphasized the front and back sides of insurance card to be scanned is, this is a place where the pre-registration people miss out. It's very important. Any document, if it has two sides and in two sides there are details, both the details will be essential, right? And this insurance card details on the back side is very essential. I will put the insurance card related video at the end screen if you are watching on YouTube. That has so many information which are very mandatory to get the prior authorization for the patient, for denial management, and so many things we need the details on the back side. That has all the contact information. So if you don't scan that, it is a major drawback. And if you manage any demographic team, have it as an important QC checklist, and also educate your people to do that. Okay, and the forms are uploaded in the hospital software. What are all the forms they will upload? Few other forms are like waiver of liability and assignment of benefits. All those forms we will look at on separate videos. So those forms are mandatory. Without assignment of benefits form, the insurance the provider won't have the right to ask the insurance company to make the payment. So assignment of benefits is much important, and without waiver of liability, if the payment doesn't go through, the hospital won't be able to divert the charges to the patient. So these kinds of important forms are there in the demographic entry. So the when you go for an interview process, they will be looking at you to know the form names as well. I haven't mentioned all those in this, but we're already put on separate videos. So better you watch my full playlist so that you will be able to understand that. So waiver of liability and assignment of benefits are two important forms for the claiming process. Okay. Then these details are used by the other departments like coding, charge posting, payment posting, and accounts receivable team. As I told you, charge posting comes within that. In future, only after they create this medical record number, for each office visit, you will create an account number and work on the charging, right? So this and also the front office usually will be uploading the documents on the software. Okay. The patient gets an appointment, and don't say that the documents will be uploaded only by the front office. In some cases, the diagnostic centers will upload it. So there are also where they take the treatment, based on that they will upload it. Some cases you may be in a situation to attach the medical record documents as well. Okay. The patient gets an appointment to meet a specialist doctor, primary care physician, skilled nurses. These are all providers, or a hospital or a diagnostic center to do some diagnostics, nursing facility or skilled nursing facilities, which are all facilities. Okay. So at the front office of these places, during this process, the patient fills out various forms and provides personal and insurance details. These are scanned as images and uploaded in the hospital software platforms like EMR, which is electronic medical records, EHR, electronic health records, PHR, personal health records, and the patient records are created in the medical billing software. This is what I told you on short already. Okay. For all new patients, the software will generate a new medical record number, which is a unique number for each patient. On that hospital software, all the patient records will be uploaded in this and linked to this medical record number. And the future office visits will be linked to this medical record number, that's MRN, with the ACC number. So this, once you do this demographic process, you create a medical record number for that patient. With that, you can search his full entire records with this particular provider, and with that medical record number, all his future visits will be attached. So no need to repeat the demographic process all the times, and also the patient history. During office visit, each time they will upload the patient history which are required for that particular treatment. But in case there are insurance cases wherein they will say certain diagnostics repeat procedures needs to have a certain time cap until there are some abnormal findings or new findings on the existing diagnostic report, and doctor has to give some notes for that. Okay. Only based on that, there will be a separate ICD-10 code for that. If there are some different findings, based on that only they could get the prior authorization or claim the bill. So if you miss out to have the entire history of the patient uploaded there, or in some cases, if you would have done that on separate, facility or hospital or separate doctor, they have to get those records, and that should be uploaded as medical records. Now you got it. From they should give it to the front office and upload it as medical records if it's done on a different facility. If it's done within the facility, automatically it will be uploaded. So that's when this problem happens, when the hospital is different and the diagnostic facility is different. But in US they will have a different tax identifier number for everything, and they would have mostly registered it as separate entities to get the benefit, but it will be a group chain. Within that, all these things will be clubbed out. On that case also, they will use the same software and have the same medical record number. If it's entirely different, then it should be added as medical records. Okay. And now we have come up to the ACC number. Future office visits are going to be added like this. On receiving these details, the demographic entries executives view the scanned images and enter the details on the relevant fields of the medical billing software and saves it, so that the records can be viewed by the other teams and the doctors in the future. With this MRN number, that's medical record number, the RCM, revenue cycle management of the medical billing process, starts. Okay. Now, what happens is the insurance card will be scanned and sent to you. The front office people won't type everything. They'll just scan and send to you. So you have to look at the insurance card and capture the details. They would have given you social security card as a proof for his address and others. You have to capture the number. You have to capture all the address details, his name details, and insurance card will have his dependents details. And if it is a dependent, you have to check who is the guarantor and update his guarantor details as well. And you should ensure that the forms, as I told you, the waiver of liability form, in case the claim is denied, to charge the patient if the claim is denied by the insurance company and cannot be paid out of cover, all those to be charged by the all the non-covered bills to be paid by the patient. For that, you need the waiver of liability bill. Then assignment of benefits. In short, they will say it as AOB. And this AOB form, without that, you cannot even process the claim. So that's very mandatory. Okay. So all these forms, as you have uploaded this, in future, when the patient comes next, once ACC is there, it will be going through. And also the insurance expiry date, you are going to add it. That's very, very important. And if the insurance is expired, then you cannot claim. And in case of employee plan, if the employee gets terminated on that day itself, the claim will come to an end. So on those cases, you need to check whenever the patient visits, is he covered under the insurance? That will be done by the front office people. And they will send the details to you. They will send his new insurance card to you, renewed card to you. These are also done by the demographic team. As I told you that after that, the charge entry process will continue. It's not that the charge entry process alone will have, will work on the existing medical record number, and demo entry people will work only on the new creation of medical record numbers and new patients. There are also changes which will happen on the demographic details and insurance. Those details will also done by the demographic team, but the workload is very less. Once in a year, or when the patient changes, phone number or address, that's when you get a chance, right? Date of birth won't change, or there may be in some cases name changes may happen for various reasons. All those things, proofs, everything will be sent, and they have to change it on the insurance company as well. Then the claim, then that will also be a problem for the claim. Okay. So after this, so the medical billing process has now started, and after this, all the future visits will be linked to the MRN, that's medical record number, with the ACC number, that's called as account number. The number as the account number, the number assigned by your provider, hospital or physician. In hospital, they call it as facility, and physicians, they call it as provider, etc. When medical services are provided, whenever medical services are provided, that is whenever you come back to visit the hospital and you do some office visit, that you meet the doctor, or you do some diagnosis, or you go for a skilled nursing facility, there will be a bill, right? For claiming that bill, what will happen? They have to create an account number. Whether it's claim is done or not, that's a separate topic. But whenever you come and there is a need to pay something or claim something, there should be some records, right? Those are given by account number, which will be mentioned as ACC number. All the ACC numbers will be linked with the medical record number. So that's how the revenue cycle management of the patient goes on. Okay. So in case if there is any change in the demographic details, the patient has to communicate the details to the front office. Also, the front office people need to ask whether there is any changes in your demography details, whether your insurance card is active. The insurance card is active or not, they definitely check. And even if there is a change in the insurance card details, those details also they have to check. And the same will be scanned and sent to the demographic team. As I told you, they have to take a prior appointment before 48 hours. In case if it's not an emergency, within that it will come to the demo entry team, and they have to upload all the details before the office visit. So with this, we come to the end of this video, and thank you very much for watching. And by the time you will be having the end screen playlist, click on that and watch all the videos, and share these videos in WhatsApp, Twitter, LinkedIn, and what are all the medias you can share with your friends, so that it will be helpful for them as well to learn. And when you share and discuss, you will learn more. And charge entry is a huge topic, and I am planning to cover the denial management strategies as well on that, and make it as a video for charge entry with denial management tips. so that all the teams will be benefited. And charge entry people also need to know about the denial management steps, because when there is a denial because of charge entry, and demo entry people also should know that, because when you go for senior level openings, they will be, that's when you will be getting this queries. And wait for still the end screen comes. I want to share some more things to you on this video itself, so that you understand the need for knowing about the denial management as well, even if you are on the demo and charge entry team. Because when the people are having a denial based on for incorrect CPT code mention, then they will be asked to check the charge sheet and change the claim. So for all those times, they will be contacting the charge entry team. Okay, charge entry is such an important process which has lot of key important things. And if there is any problem on the EDA payment, then they will call EDA claim transfer, and clearing house has rejected the form, and the insurance company will say claim not received. And once that's verified, they will be coming back to the charge entry team to do the charge entry process again, so that the claim gets generated. There are further other questions as well, but still, when during denial management as well, there are a lot of cases wherein the denial management team will send a query or something to the charge and demo entry team. So being on the same team, once you move up the ladder, you should be doing the charge entry things as well. And whenever there is a problem and where denial happens, and the resubmission of the claim has to happen, on that time, mostly the denial management team, in some rare cases, the AR analyst will have access to the charge sheet as well. Charge sheet is one of the important sheets of our charge entry process, that I will cover it on the next video. And for checking the charge sheet, mostly they won't have the access. AR colors, most of the companies, they don't have. AR analysts even don't have, and denial management teams even don't have. They will just send the query to the charge entry team. The charge entry person will first then go back with the office visit. That's the medical transcriptor would have changed the details, right? On that, they will check whether the CPT codes and ICD-10 codes are correctly entered on the charge entry sheets, and then is the charge entry sheet correctly reflecting on the claim form, because the charge entry person will be manually updating or selecting the charges and the fee schedule, and all those details will be coming up on the next video. And watch all the videos, and click the playlist, and also iCards, I will be giving some videos which I feel that it's relevant for you. And also look at the insurance cards which I have given to you at the end. So those samples will help you out to understand more about what are the details will be there on the insurance card. And you will be just scanning both the images. You won't be capturing all the details, but details like name, guarantor, and dependent details, these kinds of knowledge the interviewers will expect from all those people who attend the interview. Subscribe, thumbs up, and share. And people who are listening to audio on podcast, try to view this video on YouTube as well. And still lots more coming up from me. And it's time to say bye, and wish you all the best in your interview or in your job or climbing up the ladder in appraisal and all those. It's time to say bye. It's your Joel John G signing off from you. Bye. And I'm going to end this.